Okay, what we're doing here, sorry about the backlight, take care of that. Alright, what we're looking at here is my the NanoVNA app version 1.1.208 by 1 of 11. And it's an interface, USB connected to the NanoVNA. In my write-up, you'll see the firmware. What you're looking at is you're looking at a sweep of VSWR. And that sweep goes from right over here. You can see it. I want y'all to be my peer review, check my data. We're going from 1.7 to 55 megahertz. That's a full sweep of basically 80 meters through 6 meter. Now the goal here today is just record, learn, pull your hair out. Nah, just kidding. So I'm trying to tune this time a downspout gutter system, which is fairly large, and I've been doing this for now over a month and learning, of course. So what this tool allows me to do is do a sweep, and this sweep will show you where the bands are. I'd probably need to adjust that, but the whole goal here is, you know, I don't necessarily have to get this to work at home. I just would like it to work. Now what's interesting, if you go over to the right, hard to see if you're below, you know, if you're getting a 1.4. So what's interesting is at 7 megahertz, which is, there we go. Oh, that's 40 meters. So, yeah, pretty cool. Definitely where I need to be. At 1.4 is real sweet. So the whole idea is most of these numbers are not horrible. They're not somewhere crazy south. A lot of them are respectable, and it should work. So what I did is I tried an SGC, it's called an SGE-239, and it's an older design from around 2000. I don't think it's longer produced, but that was my first learning experience. And again, you know, sometimes on and off, you know, nothing's perfect in RF. But right now today, this is my sweep, and it looks really good. And it looks like something I should be able to do a test with. So I just wanted to show you what was going on here and record everything. I have this also, I'm recording in Word, taking screenshots. So you can pretty much get an idea. This is really nice down here, huh? Yeah, and that's that 7 megahertz hit. Don't know why it's so off. So I have a marker right there, which is number 2. So that number marker 2, if you go over to here, shows you the frequency I'm dialed in on. The S11 is your SWR. Not bad. So, you know, things, you got to do these sweeps and really just kind of capture where you are. Don't hone in on one. You can hone in on one once you do fine tuning, but in this case, I'm getting a general. All right, anyway, enjoy. Okay, we're going to go over the connection. We have a TYT 9800D. This does FM only. It does 5, 10, 20, and 50 watts, basically. And here I'm showing you I'm set at 51,275. And that would correspond somewhere here. Let's see, what's that marker? 51. Again, not a horrible, you know, set. The next space would be the 28 megahertz range right above. And again, it's a 3.6. So at 3.6, your internal will not do it. You've got to have a tuner. And that's really the goal here. Can I get a functional tuner and get it to work? So not a hard goal. And again, fun to learn. I'm getting better every day. All right, so we're set up right here. And we're going to dump it into what I call not high, but mid power. So mid power 2, notice there's, so low is usually 5, and then that's around 10. And again, we're going to pick that up on the VSWR meter because that is now sitting in between the radio and the MAT 125E tuner. So that's going to capture the output and reflection, and it should let you know where this tuner's coming back with the tune and what the radio is seeing. That is the goal. And you can see the line coming in. When it comes out, it then goes into the tuner. Well, again, we're going to verify this. Out from the radio into the TX, from the radio to the TX, out to antenna feed. This should be the antenna in, sorry. Capture that. Antenna in, we have our ground connected, and this is antenna out to the feed line, and that is low loss 400. It's a 50-foot run. That will connect outside balcony to a four line wrapped, what they call a modified air choke, and that's set for 10 meters. From there, it goes into an RG6, about 4 feet into the gutter downspout point, midpoint, and then I have a 18-foot ground wire to a metal plate as the offset for ground. Now I'm going to the mid one power because I want to make sure there's enough power. We don't want to go over 20 watts in the book to tune the Met tuner. So let's see if we can get that going. kc3yfz test 7.13355 on that. So again, we still need a tuner. What I'm going to do is hit the peak average. See what we get there. kc3yfz test. Got a 9.78, and that was coming in looking like your max, and it is reflecting back 2 watts. So again, yeah, we definitely want to tune. Let's see what the next line peak does. kc3yfz test. So again, that's your mid power, and we're getting about 10 watts out of the radio. kc3yfz test. So again, we pretty much proved we need to tune at this particular frequency. Now I'm going to drop this hopefully down to the next frequency. Sorry about the white noise, you're going to have to deal with it. Now we're set at 28,450 on the rig, and that is definitely 10 meter. We would then be looking at here. Now what I expect to find there will be at that particular frequency close to a 4 that we're scanning on again the VNA screen. Let's go ahead and try it. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu kc3yfz test only, testing for a short period. Please disregard. kc3yfz test. Thank you. 73. Okay, so we are pumping out 7 watts, and you could see we definitely need to get a tune in there. We're still too high. And any internal tuner is not going to do that. And that's the whole idea for this, to be able to take an antenna that's not perfectly resonant and see what we can do. So again, let's verify where we are. We are verified at 28,450. We are FM. kc3yfz test. Now I'm going to pump up the power one more time. We're at mid 1. That's your next power step up. kc3yfz, Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. So again, 12.7 watts, 4.78. Not going to cut it. More power in, more pump back, right? So we're getting rejected by 30% there. 12 out, 5 back. Got that? Get the whole idea? All right, let's give it up one more power slot and see where we're pushing with the high. Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. Test only, test clear. So you can see we're at the highest, we're doing about 20 watts on the FM 28 megahertz, and we're getting a lot kicked back. So again, we have proved, at least today, that the nano gear kind of works within reason, along with our meter and our cabling. And now on with one more test before Mr. Weather. So unfortunately, when you do tests, it's weather dependent, and I've got rain and storms, and boy, the trees are acting up. So at least we got this part done. Now we'll turn out the noise a little bit. Alright, so this is basically the Matt Tuner MAT125E, and it says it's version 3 of the instruction manual. In this particular manual, they give me a version. Other manuals I've had came with the unit, seen on the internet. It doesn't really say. So we're going to go with the best version, only because it should be the most up-to-date by versioning. And at work, that's why we're real critical with our history and what updates are made. We always have a version and who did the updates and a brief summary. And that's important in my job. So at least we're capturing this. Idea behind the test here is what's the basic function. So it tells us it takes two 18650 lithium batteries are installed in the interior, which provides power. And because of the use of advanced magnetic retaining relays, the power, blah, 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 blah. Special chargers are provided with tuners. Use the included charger only for charging internal batteries. So then it goes into specs. All right. Sorry I'm doing this, but I just want to prove that, I actually read the manual. So it tells us our max is 120 watts. We can't do that at all with any of my rigs. So we can't overload at that point. So we know our lithium batteries, and it is best to charge them overnight because in this particular unit I found there's really no light indicating when done. So give it a full charge. Give it, 12, 15, 24 hours. So what we're saying here, it's got a 0.1 to 120 watts SSB, CW peak power, 30 watts PSK, blah, 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 blah. All right, latching relay, 16. Tuning time, 0.1 to 5 seconds full tune, 0.1 seconds memory tune. Keep that in mind. Those should do it. All right, 1.6 to 54 megahertz coverage, built-in frequency center, tunes 5 to 1500 ohm. 1500 ohm, if based on my training and knowledge, is somewhere around maybe a 10 SWR. But again, we really want to get whatever we're using as low as possible to begin with, so we're resonant. All tuners do is make the transceiver happy. All right, so we got that. It says for dipoles, verticals, Vs, beams, whips, wire, or any coax-fed antenna, we are coax-fed, so we're good. So we basically meet that information. So again, part of my real job at work is actually I get to read like literally every build that comes out and every user manual, and I'm just QA. Anyway, it goes over the front panel. It talks about your LEDs, power lights, bypass. So what I'm going to try to do here before the rain is just do a basic function test and just see if the unit performs as designed in the function. So it talks about the insulation is indoor, I've got it grounded, stuff like that. So anyway, you can read the manual. I'll leave that in the description or may include it in my write-up. Very important to record your foo bars. And again, humans aren't perfect. In the real world, you have someone sitting next to you, a QA person, just literally watching what you do and following your instructions. So let's go forward. So now we have connected the rig 28450. The rig comes in here to the SWR power meter, comes out into the tuner and tuner there. So let's get back and start. We got power there. And we have power here. So let's just see what we get with the power out. Kilo Charlie. Okay. Well, we definitely want to lower that power. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. There you go. You see what it's picking up here on the meter is a 3.0. Very interesting. We have 6.42 watts going out, a 3.64. Our VWSR kc3yfz test is clear. Continue testing. Sorry for the inconvenience. 73 off. Alright, so from there, everything connected, we're seeing our power. So we're within tuning parameters of the device. Alright, so we're going to power on. Again, I'm going to use a pen here. We can see things. So we got a green light. Again, back to the tuning. And let's see what we get this time. So we're at 28,450 in the correct power. So the tuning step is nothing more than so let's do a startup and see if we flash any indicator to indicate semi-automatic or in the automatic shutdown function is off. And let's just try it again. Power off. Power on. Now the 3.0, I can't really tell if that's a bleed over green, but I didn't see any flash on the 1.5 or the 2.0 to tell me what mode I'm in. So anyway, let's get with this before we run out of time to test today due to rain. So again, come right back through the tuning process. We set the radio FM. We were at 28,450. And we're going to have the reduced output 20 watts or less. Press and hold receiver PTT. We're going to give a 20 millisecond sample and then press the tune button in the front panel. So here we go. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. kc3yfz. We are doing a test of an antenna tuner. I'm hitting tune, LDN, power at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. Hit power. Tune, LDN, power. And now it's doing whatever. I'm going to hit tune, LDN, power. Tune, LDN, power. Tune, LDN, now. I'm going to do tune L up, power. Alright, look at that. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. Saw it again, tune. That was tune L up and power. I mean, You tell me, Bubba. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu test only. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. That must have put it into bypass. Ah, hit tune again. You saw the 1-5. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Foxtrot Zulu. 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 Isn't that cool? You tell me. Anyway, we'll give it a break, and just wanted to show you that different day, different function, different fun. Write anything down, record it. If you think you're crazy, you're probably not.